So, dear students, the questions what I'm going to give you now is based on the topics what we discussed yesterday, like minimum and maximum value and ranges of the real quadratic expressions. Um, if you recall that we discussed two cases. In the first case, when x belongs to the R, and the second case when it is actually within an interval. So we will start solving problems based on the concept what we learned. So what I will suggest you, dear students, is that you open your notebook, and also please open the yesterday's class note. Okay, so and so that it will be helpful to you to find the solution. And I just want to give you the questions, and you will expect the question in another few seconds. So purposefully, I didn't give this problem yesterday because I wanted you to, make a very clear understanding about the theory with your own experiment by taking some polynomial functions, and we discussed about its parabolic, representation when we represent in the form of a graph. Though, dear students, the first question is like this. Find the maximum and minimum value of the polynomial over x belongs to R. Okay.
I can't see any digital board.
Oh, I'm so sorry. Sorry. Every time I actually ask that whether you are able to hear me clearly and able to view the screen properly. I hope you are able to, view the screen now. I hope.
Yes, now.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Very good. And all of you are able to hear me very clearly, right?
Yes.
Great. Go ahead and start do it. So, dear students, so what is the underlying theory here?
It's like when X belongs to R, that
Ah,
range when X belongs to
correct,
R.
correct. You are. So, if I bring that, that particular theory portion here, so it looks like something like this, dear students. When
Yes, sir.
x belongs to R, then what we get? We get there are two cases, that we learn when a is greater than 0. Now let us first start with, let me use a different color. Let me start with this one, fx. So if we start with this one, then what we get? What is the value of a here? The value of a is 4, correct? No? Now as the value of a is 4, which is greater than 0, correct? So it comes to which case? The first one, this one, correct or not? So a is equal to 4, which is greater than 0. Then we can say that fx attains minimum value. Fx attains minimum value at x equal to minus b by 2a. So this implies fx attains minimum value at, if someone already found the answer, please do let me know, at x equal to minus b by 2a. What is minus b? Minus b is nothing but minus 12. Means minus b is minus 12. So minus of minus b. So minus b by 2a, I am writing minus of minus 12 divided by 2 into a. 2 into a means it is 8. So that is equal to what? That we get 12 by 8. 12 by 8, if we find it out, we get actually 3 by 2. So we, at one thing we found it out is that at x equal to 3 by 2, fx is attaining its minimum value. And what is that minimum value? If you recall, dear students, from this theory, that it is 4ac minus b square by 4a. And the minimum value is, dear students, all of you are able to hear me properly?
Yes, sir.
So then do it actually. I'm expecting that.
So is it 6?
Huh?
Is it 6?
Fantastic. Very good. And the minimum value is, correct, you are, is 4ac. So 4 into a is what? A is 4 into c. C is what? 15. 4ac minus b square. B square will be what? Minus 12 whole square divided by, 4 into a, that is 4 into 4. So if you simplify it, you are going to get it is that you are going to get a is equal to 6. I hope it is absolutely clear, dear students.
Yes, sir.
Now the next one. Let's do the next one. Let me do it in different color. So when fx equal to, so first one what you have done, when fx is equal to that, everything what you see in the green color, dear students, related to the first question, that is fx equal to 4x square minus 12x plus 15. Now, if you want to look into this fx equal to minus 3x square plus 5x minus 4, then what it will be?
Yes, sir.
So in this case, what we get, dear students? We get a is equal to what? A is equal to minus 3. And minus 3 is what? Less than 0. As minus 3 is less than 0, this implies what? This implies fx attains. So from this we can conclude maximum value fx attains maximum value at x equal to minus b by 2a. Correct or not? Clear or not clear? So what is that minus b by 2a here, dear students? So at x equal to minus of b is what? B is 5 and 2 into a, that means 2 into minus 3, that is equal to at 5 by 6. Correct or not? And what is that maximum value? And the maximum value is, sir,
is it minus 29?
You get the maximum value as?
Minus 29.
Not really. Let's find it out.
I got minus 23 by 12.
Correct, you are, dear Sagnik. Absolutely correct. Okay. So as you see, Mohor, the answer what you gave, it is just a basic, calculation mistakes. If you look back, so what is 4ac minus b square? It is the same value, na, 4ac minus b square. So what is 4 into what is a? Slowly we need to write. No hurry. A is minus 3. 4a into c. C is what? Minus 4. 4ac minus b square. B is what? 5. 4ac minus b square by 4a. 4 into minus 3. I hope some plus minus mistake has happened, must have happened. Correct, na? And if you find that value is equal to minus 23 by 12. Let me write 23 properly. Minus 23 by 12. Dear students, all of you got it, I hope. You may ask that, sir, this is the only way to do. I mean, whenever I'm arranging all these classes, I just wanted to show you, if you notice earlier also, that what is the value of memorizing these points. That means what? If we do not memorize these points, that doesn't mean that we cannot solve the problem. We can still solve the problem, but it will take relatively longer time. You know what? Let me solve one, then you'll understand that why Sari is saying so. For example, that you forgot these points, that at what is the maximum value and minimum value of this quadratic polynomial, and under what condition. Then also you can solve the problem. Let me do it one. This fx, sorry, let me use a completely different color. You can use this fx, the first one, and I want to show you how without memorizing this formula you can solve it, but with a cost. What is the cost? Cost is the time. It will take longer time to solve. What is that, dear students? Fx is equal to 4x square minus 12x plus 15. So what we can do is that we can make it as a perfect square, dear students. So what we can write from here, so this we can write, this implies fx equal to, if we take 4 common, what we get? X square minus 3x plus 15 by 4. Correct or not? After that, what we will do, dear students? After that, we will do fx equal to 4 into x square minus 2 into x into 3 by 2 plus 3 by 2 whole square plus 15 by 4 minus 3 by 2 whole square. The method of completing square we have learned earlier also. So this implies what? This implies fx equal to 4 into x minus 3 by 2 whole square plus 15 minus 4 minus 9 by 4. So that becomes, minus 15 minus 6 by 4, correct or not? Correct or not?
Yes. Yes.
Okay, just a minute. Let me see whether I made any mistake or not. That is equal to 4 into 6 by 4. Yeah, correct. No mistakes. So from here, what we get? From here, we get fx equal to 4 into x minus 3 by 2 whole square plus 6. Now look it minutely from a pure algebra knowledge. Whatever the algebra knowledge we have so far, if we just apply that knowledge of algebra, we can say that the value of this expression, dear students, that x minus 3 by 2 can be maximum of 0, correct? Na? It cannot be never negative. Correct or not? It can never be negative. So that means if it is not negative, then what we can say? We can say the minimum value of fx is 6 because it is always 6 plus something. Correct or not? This implies fx is always greater than equal to 6, na? And what we can say is that fx equal to 6, that is the minimum value is 6 when x is equal to 3 by 2. And exactly the same result we have obtained here, na? If you look at here.
Yes.
As I was telling, but with the cost. Cost is that you need to do all these derivations and then you need to conclude. So this is the value of memorizing the points whatever I mentioned. So now, dear students, the same thing you can do it here. But now let's get back to the question once more. The question is that find the maximum and minimum values of this. So for the first case, dear students, we found the minimum value. But what is the maximum value? Maximum value is infinite for the first case, correct or not? Maximum value is actually infinite, correct or not? In the same manner, what we can say that for the second case, f is equal to minus 3x squared plus 5x minus 4. I think someone has to mute yourself. Okay, when you have a question, please unmute and ask. So for the second case, dear students, we found the maximum value, but what is the minimum value then? Minimum value is actually minus infinite. Minimum value, sorry, let me write properly. Minimum value is equal to minus infinite, and something got missed here. Maximum value is equal to plus infinite. I hope this is clear. Now, you see how with this same type of with this same type of fundamental knowledge, we can have the question little bit different and how we can find it out. It's not difficult. Apparently, it may look like that the question is little advanced, but if you see, dear students, it is not. So, if you remember this underlying theory, the next question is something like this. The question here is that let fx equal to ax square plus bx plus 8 be a quadratic polynomial. If the minimum value of fx is 6, when x equal to 2, find the value of a and b.
So here can we say that the minimum value of fx occurs at minus b by 2a?
Yes, definitely. Why you can say so? Because it is mentioned that it is attained the maximum minimum value at 6. So definitely the minimum value will happen at sorry, the minimum value is 6 at x equal to 2.
Yes.
Definitely it has to be one thing to for sure, that definitely a is greater than 0.
Hmm.
That is the for sure, otherwise it cannot have the the minimum value.
Yes.
A is greater than 0, and definitely minus b by 2a is equal to 2.
Yes.
And dear students, here we have two variables, a and b. So we need to have two equations, correct? No? As you know, my generic statement, what I always say, if you want to solve something, if you have solved something which has, suppose 3 variables, you need to have 3 equations. Here we have 2 variables, so you need to have 2 equations. One equations we are able to do it, that is minus b by 2a is equal to 2. What is the other equation? Very good approach. Yep.
So is it b equals to 2 and a equals to minus 1 by 2?
B equal to 2 and a is equal to?
Minus 1 by 2.
Okay, what we just said, that a cannot be
A
negative.
cannot be negative. Then
But even I'm getting negative value of a.
Okay, then must be there is a small mistake happens. Please look into it. Definitely some small mistake is happening, dear students. Okay, let us look into it. Okay. So according to the question, what is given, dear students? What about others? All of you, please join me in discussion. Disha, what you are doing? Please share your data. Srijita,
So
Devanshu.
I got A as 1 by 6 and B as minus 2.
Okay. Your value of B is correct, but A is not correct. See, one thing for sure, that see the way I am deriving it, and also you join the discussion with me. Fx equal to what? Fx equal to ax square plus bx plus 8. Whether fx is maximum or minimum, dear students, one thing I'm pretty sure that its maximum or minimum value is at the point minus b by 2a. That is for sure. At minus b by 2a, correct? No? But here it is telling that it is a minimum value of fx, okay, is 6. Okay, and when x equal to 2. So one thing to pretty sure, that minus b by 2a, correct? No? Minus b by 2a should be 2. All of you agree to me, dear students? So this implies 4a is equal to minus b. Dear students, all of you agree to me? If you disagree, you can say, sir, come again once more. I can again explain the theory. Dear Devanshu, is it absolutely clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay, great. So this is the first equation we got. Now, as we just discussed, and also previously I discussed that we need another equation because there are two unknowns, no, dear students, A and B. So we need to have, two equations. One equation we got. And from where I can get the other equation? Remember, what is the minimum value? 4ac minus b square by 4a. Correct or not? Remember, what is the minimum value? So minimum value is 6. So what is given? It is given that fx of, if I can write symbolic representation, that is equal to 6 now. So what is the minimum value? 4 into a into c minus b square. 4. We can write what is a. A is even a. C is what? Is 8. Minus b square is b square by 4 into a. Correct? That is equal to what? 6. So from here, can't we find the value of b? Because 4a you already know minus b. Correct or not? So this implies what? This implies what we get is that 4a is equal to minus b. So minus 8 into b minus b square divided by minus b. Correct or not? That is equal to 6. Since 4 into a is equal to minus b, which we get from the equation 1. So this implies what? 8 into b minus b square, plus b square, or we can do one thing, we can take b common also. Minus b common, by the way. If we take minus b common, then we get 8 plus b divided by minus b is equal to 6. This implies 8 plus b is equal to 6, since minus b cannot be equal to 0. You know, dear students, why minus b cannot equal to 0? Minus b is not equal to 0 means b is not equal to 0. Why? Because if b is equal to 0, then 4a should be equal to 0. That means a is equal to 0. A is equal to 0 means that quadratic polynomial is no longer a quadratic. It becomes a linear. Correct, no? Everything has a logic. So from here, what we get the value of b? B is equal to minus 2. So b is equal to minus 2 the moment we get b is equal to minus 2. So this implies a, which is equal to minus b by 4, implies a is equal to 1 by 2. Dear Disha, tell me where is the difficulty happens that you got 6? 6 or minus 6, I forgot. What is the value of b you got, you said?
So I got 1 by 6.
So where was the missing link? You can disclose the statement that, sir, because of this I got that, so that I can understand. But you apply the concept whatever I have applied, no? Correct? Dear Sagnik, Dibansu, Srijita, you got it, all of you, very clearly. Mohor?
Yes.
Yes.
Dear Mohor? Dear Mohor?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Dear Mohor, you got it?
Yes.
Okay. So you see the simple concepts we have applied, nothing big or nothing. Okay. But these are the questions are very likely to come for entrance examinations. Okay. Now the next problem, what I'm going to give, it is a kind of a proof concept. Okay. And I want all of you to do this one as well. And the proof here is that, let me go to the next page. And here is the question. The questions, you will be able to get it in another few seconds. So here the question is, if the minimum value of x square plus a minus b into x plus 1 minus a minus b is greater than the maximum value of minus x square plus a plus b into x minus 1 plus a plus b, then prove that a square plus b square is less than 4. Okay. Try. Go ahead and try. Try for some time. How you are approaching, dear students?
I'm trying to find minimum and maximum of these two in terms of
Yes.
the A and B.
Correct approach, dear Sagnik. Yes, absolutely correct approach. Okay. And only you find the expression. That is my suggestion. Okay. And then those expressions will actually, abide by the inequality what is given. Na? So you need to find the value of the minimum value of the left hand side expression and the maximum value of the right hand side expression. And then you make a comparison between them. Correct? No? You got my point, what I'm talking about. Dear Dibansu, Disha, Mohor, Srijita, how you are approaching? Please be in part of this discussion. Okay. Shall I help you or do you want me to wait for some time? I can. Okay. Let us start doing it. Let me do it and you also do along with me. Tell me, dear students, that whether it is maximum or minimum for a polynomial something like this, let me write in a different color. Suppose you have a polynomial something like this, ax square plus bx plus c. Whether it's minimum or maximum, that value do we know, 4 into a into c minus b square by 4a. Under what condition that minimum and maximum is coming, that is different. Okay. But if it's minimum value we know possible when the coefficient of x square is greater than 0, and that is where you see the coefficient of x square is 1 in the left hand side polynomial expression here, dear students. That's why you're getting its minimum value. And also the maximum value of the right hand side polynomial is also properly mentioned, because it is justifiable that it is a maximum value because the coefficient of x square is -1, which is negative. But anyway, what is that maximum or minimum value that is governed by this expression? What is that? So from this statement, what we can write, dear students, what is 4ac for the in context to the left hand side polynomial expression? So it is 4 into a is what? A is 1, and what is c? C is 1 minus a minus b square, that is minus a minus b whole square. Correct or not, dear students? Divided by 4 into a means 4. This is greater than what we are going to get, dear students. The same thing applied here is that 4 into a is what, dear students? -1. And what is c here, dear students? C here is that minus of, I can write here minus of 1 plus a plus b, 4ac minus b square, minus of a plus b whole square divided by 4 into a, 4 into -1. Notice it very carefully. And never fear about writing this expression doing in your own hand. Always you need to do by your own hand, and that is you need to write. This is the only way to make things proper. So from here, what we are going to get, dear students, if we derive it, then one thing what we are going to get is that it is, It is already given, it is a greater than. So let us start deriving it. If we start deriving it, so we are going to get is that, this 4 and 4 got cancelled because they are both are positive quantity. So what we can write is that 4 into 1 minus a minus b minus of a minus b whole square is greater than, so minus will get cancelled. So what we are going to get it, dear students, it will be a plus b whole square minus 4 into 1 plus a plus b. Correct, no? So now from here, what I tell you is that what you need to prove, we need to prove that according to the question, what we get is that if you simplify this thing, 4 into what we get, 4 minus 4 into a plus b, correct, no? So a plus b whole square minus 4 into a plus b, it should be, so from here what we can write is that, from here we can write a plus b whole square, a plus b whole square minus 4 into 1 plus a plus b, that will be definitely less than, 4 into 1 minus a minus b minus a minus b whole square. But this expression is definitely, less than a plus b whole square, correct? A plus b whole square, and that expression is definitely less than, what we see is that 4 into 1 minus a minus b minus a minus b whole square. Now what we are going to do, dear students, is that if you make a simplification, in fact, if you make a simplification, you will get 8 is greater than 2 into a square plus b square. Okay, and that implies a square plus b square is less than 4. You just need to make simplification, that's it, nothing else. Or if you want, I can do it also. If any confusion, so let me do it in a different color. So from here I am doing, dear students, let's look into it. So it is what, 4 minus 4a minus 4b, elaborated discussion, then minus of a minus b whole square, that is a square plus b square minus 2ab, that is greater than a square plus b square plus 2ab minus 4 minus 4a minus 4b. So dear students, minus 4a and minus 4a will get cancelled because in the from the both sides of the inequality, minus 4b and minus 4b got cancelled. Then what we left with in the left hand side, dear students? 4 minus a square minus b square plus 2ab, that is greater than a square plus b square plus 2ab minus 4. So 2ab and 2ab got cancelled, dear students. So what we get is that we get 8 is greater than 2 into a square plus b square. 2 into a square plus b square, and that leads to the result that a square plus b square is less than 4. Any doubt, dear students? So if you wish, you can eradicate these steps not required. As I made a detailed explanation of the solution. If you have any doubt, any smallest doubt, feel free to me. Okay, dear students. Now, if you need to have very detailed discussion about all this relevant theory, what you can do is that you can go back to the the video lectures which is available in YouTube. You can look into it. We will conclude the class now, but before that, I would like to give you one question, and I want you to solve this question, and send it to me, your detailed solution before we start our class tomorrow. And dear students, those who are yet to complete your DPPs, please complete those DPPs. We are about to start evaluating your DPPs. And this is the assignment what I'm giving to you. Let me read out the question, dear students. Consider the quadratic polynomial fx equal to x square minus 4ax plus 5a square minus 6a. Now, find the smallest positive integral value of a for which fx is positive for every real x. And the second one is that find the largest distance between the roots of the equation fx equal to 0. So you'll find fx equal to 0 is an equation. So two roots will be there. So what is the largest distance between the roots of this? Means if you keep these roots in the real number line, what is the distance between them? So with this note, I would like to conclude the class for today, dear students. If you have any specific question, you can raise. But I hope you understood what are the 3 problems I solved together with you. And also go back to the theory, dear students, because once it is completely reside in your mind, you will find that, yeah, I can solve any questions related to this. Thank you very much, dear students. So we will have our class tomorrow. Okay. Thank you.
Thank you.